Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Battletech. We are here today with a contract for the Federated Suns, a stubborn surrender. That's right, we have ourselves a little bit of a situation where we can improve our standing overall. We will gain more reputation than we will lose, and so I think this is a good way to help balance out our situations with all of the factions. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of the salvage as is standard these days. 3.5 skulls of difficulty, and it is going to be a fun battle in the lowlands. So no particular biome bonuses nor penalties, it's just a matter of getting ready for a fight. So for our mechs today, what do we want to bring? Well, I'm thinking I didn't mind the Black Knight in that last episode. And I think we might maybe go ahead and drop the Atlas. I don't know, maybe an Annihilator could be fun. I do quite like those ones. Yeah, extra ultra autocannon 2s. I feel like that's not a bad idea, as well as with the TTSs, just making it a very powerful mech. Let's go ahead and see about that for today. Seems reasonable. We'll bring out Spymaster, Rabbit, Angel, and Headhunter, and I think that should do rather well. And then from here, I think this will be our last mission on planet, so we'll grab what salvage we can, and then I think we're going to make our way down for another flashpoint. So I have done a little bit of a look. I think I know which one we're going to go for, so hopefully it will be a good choice. Alright, so before that, let's make sure we read through our mission debrief. First of all, our objective for today is to destroy the legacy lands of pirate mechs. Many years ago, we fought a lengthy conflict with the pirates here in Windsea. Recently, however, news has trickled from a remote region of the planet. Enemy forces harrying regional transportation. Eyewitnesses' reports describe the very old mechs in colours from the conflict long since ended. You are to show these old MechWarriors that the war is over for them as well. Alright then. We can't underestimate these old-timers, but fortunately we can expect poorly maintained mechs. Finish them quickly.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, well then, looks like we found our targets. Let's move forward and clear them up. Okay, so I'm assuming these guys are going to be a little bit heavier, which is fine by me. Good salvage opportunities are never a bad thing.
On it.
But with less armor, this should be a rather brief engagement. Alright, so they do have a 100-ton mech up there and a 60-ton as well. Let's make sure we adequately prepare for them. Let's go as far up as we can. We'll bring the Stalker.
Copy that.
And let's see. Yeah, let's bring our Gunslinger all the way up. After all, we don't have to worry about combat until the next round. So hopefully they will move in first. Unless they don't have a turn. Alright. Well then, let's see.
Ready to get it on.
Ooh, we could get eyes on with our Marauder. And realistically, that's probably all we need to do. I'm not too concerned about a single 60-ton mech, so let's just go for our salvage first and foremost.
Confirmed.
Make sure that they're in our forward arc, though, just to minimize any potential damage burning through one side faster than the other. Alright, it also looks like they have another 75-ton mech at their disposal. Ooh, and there is an Annihilator. Alright, let's go ahead and target him first. Should be fairly easy to take down. Well, we did get the pilot injury.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
We took out their targeting computer, I think it was. Their BSC, yeah. That gives them extra ballistic damage, so that's not a terrible thing to have taken from them this early. Let's go... You know what? I don't think we have any particularly good spots for anyone else to move to. Let's go ahead and reserve.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Realistically, we may have done better just reserving to begin with. But I don't think it's going to make a big deal one way or the other. Alright, now, Spymaster for you. Yes, here we go. That seems like a fairly good position for a salvo. Although the one question is, maybe if they come a little bit closer. You know what? No, we're just going to go ahead and take out the quick draw.
Aye, aye.
If, with all of this amount of damage, there is a chance, given their weak armor, that we may be able to burn through them. So they are in makeshift repair, so only 75% of their normal armor. But I think this should be fine. In fact, yeah, let's just go ahead and fire. Alright, unfortunately a little bit scattered with our shots. That's never ideal. Alright, the Iran's putting damage on the Marauder. That's not ideal. Yeah, definitely should have held back. I think we should have waited till the final initiative. Let that Annihilator come close before we move up our heavy.
Standing by.
Alright, but to find an end to this, let's bring our Stalker forwards and we will keep working on the quick draw. Yeah, we would rather get the kill, improve our resolve, and then see if we can get a follow-up on the Annihilator. So let's go ahead and target him.
Firing a full salvo.
Alright, some solid amounts of damage. Alright, and there we go. That was a pretty solid salvo. Yeah, it definitely should have hung back just a fraction, but luckily we do have lots of armor. And we're still going to have plenty to spare, although that leg is getting beat up rather well. Right.
Reporting.
Well then, if that's the case, let's go ahead and find ourselves a target. I think the Annihilator should probably target the quick draw. Make sure that that thing does not get a turn. And,
Target confirmed.
whoa. Okay, yep, and boost
That would be
our
a kill. Let's
action
go.
economy.
Let's go.
Alright, there we are. So that's rather nice. The other quick draw is firing from the top. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I guess I never... Wait a second. If we killed... Yep. I don't think we saw him at the end of the last round. Alright then. Well, either way, let's go ahead and fix things up as quickly as possible. Let's
Waiting
bring...
for orders.
let's see. We don't have wonderful positions. We could take a little bit of cover. And you know what? I think that that's what we'll do. We'll protect our right side. Yeah, we'll protect our right leg from getting destroyed. We'll go move across here, take up some cover. Let's go precision strike and sort out the Annihilator.
Taking the shot.
Oh, and that was fairly good. Alright, so the Annihilator is down. That is
Enemy down.
important. And now from here,
Standing by.
Spy Master, you know what? That looks like a pretty good opportunity to me. Let's move on up
Got it.
and see what we can do. Let's go for the precision strike. Go for the headshot.
On it.
Alright, so a little bit of damage, but not quite enough. That damage reduction is certainly going to help them out. And is he an ace pilot who is going to run after? No, he's just standing there and shooting. Okay. That is a choice. Right, so we only need another 34 damage
Receiving
to
you.
the cockpit there to take him out, so that's not terrible. LRMs, I think... Orion versus quick draw. Let's go for the quick draw. The quick draw is less salvage for us, so we may as well mince them while we can.
Locking on target.
Oh, and is that a precision? Ooh, that guy's barely standing.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, well then, let's get our Annihilator moved up.
As you wish.
We're going to go ahead and target him. I think there's very little that is going to help him. Let's just go ahead and see.
He's going down.
Alright, so...
Reporting. Critical hit.
exposed a lot. We knocked him over. Yeah, unfortunately he's still
No
kicking.
retreat.
Okay, let's go... 59 resolve.
Standing
And get
by.
ourselves a kill that will be a an instant fix to this situation. Let's go... Let's move up forwards. We'll go for the Orion
that.
first. We'll go for a precision strike on him, then we'll go for a precision strike over there, and that should bring them to a better position. We'll go here. Yes, we could overheat, but we can happily mitigate that issue.
Target acquired.
Oh, and there we go. May not have seen it, but we know that sound.
That's a kill.
That is very good. Alright, so now, Spy Master,
Receiving you.
let's just bring you in close. You get a free
Heading out.
precision strike. That's what we're after. And this should practically be game over.
Attacking from position.
Alright then. Well, that was rather quick and easy. Alright, the zone is clean, the board is green, let's go home.
Mission successful.
Alright. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything. We're going to obviously be taking home that Annihilator. We'll chuck that into storage. How are we doing on money? We still have an absolute silly amount, so that'll be fine. We'll grab the Annihilator, please and thank you. I also got part of a quick draw. I suppose that's not too bad. And then nothing else to really care about. Alright, so if we're going to go ahead and jump, I think we're going to do a quick swing by the mech bay. I did see that our Marauder there has one weapon that only had the +5 damage, not the +10. And I believe we have one of those in stock. So we'll go ahead and refit that. I think we also may have maybe an LRM. Yeah, we'll have a quick look through our components and then we'll see what mechs that they go on.
Is cleared for fighting.
Alright, so let's go ahead and chuck you into storage. That'll be fine. Let's go to our mech bay and see what are we going to go for. If we check our components, we have... I don't think we really care about ballistic weapons. We'd know if we have got one of those better ones anyway. Okay, so what we do have access to is an ER large laser. Yep, that one that we needed for the Marauder. And then from there... ER small laser. Okay, that's not terrible with extra damage. And then... what else do we have? Large laser, large pulse. And then... we have LRMs. Okay, so we have an LRM 5 that's fully modified. And same for an LRM 10. And none for a 15. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see what mechs they belong in. First of all, the Gunslinger is obviously going to be the first one we are going to refit. That one is particularly nice. And seems to be a fairly good mech for us to take out on the regulars. So let's go ahead and get that done. Let's drop off the... here we go. 5 damage. That should be a nice quick and easy replacement. Pip Huzzah, 1,000 C-bills, 1 day of work, not too bad.
Logged and noted.
From there, let's see, we had an LRM 5. So let's see, Cyclops, there we go. Cyclops could go with one of those, so I suppose that's not a bad one to go for. Just to make sure that if we are going to have a support unit on the field, that it can support us as much as possible. So we'll drop those. Let's see about them. LRM 5, fantastic. ER medium lasers, just in case we do desire, but I think that'll be fine for now. That thing's not exactly known for its fire support,
Right.
so I think that'll be one of the last ones to get upgraded. And then we also had an ER small laser with extra damage. Now we could go for the crab, or should we check the... yeah, there we go, the hunchback. Yes, the hunchback is the one that's going to get all of the bonus damage weapons first for the lighter mechs. Just make sure that it is as foreboding as it possibly could. So let's go ahead and throw that on there, and that will do nicely. Let's see, is there anything else we could do? These are all 1 ton. I don't think we can really do too much as far as our heat efficiency is concerned. We're never going to be able to move them over to pulse lasers. They weigh 2 tons each. So I think that's probably going to be all that we're ever going to be able to do with this thing. Yeah, that is a pity, but hey, it's still certainly quite a foreboding mech.
on.
So I am A-okay
I'll
with
let
that.
you know when that's done.
Alright, so let's just double check any more components that we care about. Wait a second, was there an ER large laser? Right, our Atlas 2, there we go. So this one here, extra damage and accuracy, but it doesn't quite have the same sort of range. Let's just make sure that this thing is fully equipped for the furthest of engagements. I think that would be perfectly valid. So let's drop off the large laser, and here we go, throw on the ER large laser instead, and that should do nicely. Yeah, 2 LRM-20s, and then 5 ER large lasers is fairly solid. Alright, let's go ahead and confirm that too. So unfortunately, not a huge amount of time for all of our mechs to finish. Oh, wait a second. I just happened to remember, I think we picked up an arm modification. So I don't know if it's going to be optimal, but we're going to double check. If we can make our little hatchet man go and get a nice little upgrade, that is certainly something we would prefer to do. So, let's see, damage mod 15 melee for 1 ton. There's also 20 melee for 1 ton. And what else do we have? Let's just check the mods. 60 melee damage for 1 ton. Oh my goodness, that is definitely what we're after. 5 spaces, let's go. Ooh. Okay, I see how we got ourselves into a little bit of a pickle. Well, you know what? That's worth no tonnage. That's worth no tonnage. You know what? The pulses are nice, but I think we're going to just try and make this thing a pure melee monster. So let's go ahead and drop all of those really low ones. We're going to go for the extra 60 melee damage. That is incredibly intimidating. And then, let's see. We still have 1 tunnel left, and so that's for, yeah, an extra 60 as well. So that's already 190. What are we doing? 240. My goodness. Alright, and then you are 10 melee damage for nothing. So let's go ahead and see. We have 2 critical spots that we can take. That'd be 6. That's not ideal. 3 tons for 6 spots as well. Melee damage. Okay, there we go. So 4 for 1. Nope, that's not going to do it. 15. I don't really know if that's that much of an increase. No, so even though we could technically increase our melee damage by 5, it doesn't really benefit us that much at this point. And considering we have a free ton, maybe we go ahead and we throw something else in there just to make sure that it's as well equipped as possible. So this SRM2, that weighs 1 ton. Maybe we could upgrade those. Yeah, that seems like a fair choice. Let's go down to our SRMs. Let's see, an SRM4 weighs 2 tons as opposed to 1. Fantastic, we'll swap that out. Let's go ahead and throw on the best one that we've got. Extra damage, extra stability as well. That is going to be a very nice output to our damage. Also, heat efficiency wise, that is far better as well. So realistically, yeah, missiles and melee, what a fantastic combination. Go ahead and confirm that. I think that is a very respectable damage output.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, so now let's go ahead and find where we're traveling. I think from this point, let's see, we have a flashpoint down here. I think that's probably where we're going to head. Just make sure that we head back to Independence and finish off that extra mission that we had with that virtual intelligence. So if we were to go down there, that would take us how long? Let's see, 37 days. Okay, so that's not too bad. If we were to fly across the rest of the star map, that would be 41. Would give us Lost Tech. but we are already on good standing with the Free Worlds League. Actually, hang on a second. How long is that existing for? Almost, yeah, 250 odd days. That'll be fine. We'll go back for that later. Yeah, so we're going to work our way across and go this way instead. So let's go ahead and start that travel plan. This is for the Draconis Combine, which is fine. We are in particularly good reputation with them. So let's go ahead. Alright, apparently we have been offered an alliance by the Draconis Combine. Well, that is very nice, but I feel like that may not be in our best interests. If we do directly align ourselves with one of these factions, it may not turn out too good in for some of our other reputations with other factions. After all, if we ally themselves, their enemies, I'm sure, will become ours. And I don't know if that's really in our best interest. I'd rather keep ourselves technically neutral and making all of the money. Alright, so we got that done. That is all well and good. Let's go ahead and keep on traveling. Ooh, and it looks like travelers in need. In the daily briefing, Sumaya brings up an open hail from a nearby ship. They say their crew has contracted a virulent case of the periphery pox, but the local government is preventing them from landing to receive medical care. Darius shrugs. We could sell them some of our medical supplies. It would limit us in the medbay for a bit, but given their situation, I expect they'd pay up. Dr. Murad bristles at this suggestion. Bases should stick together, Commander. Besides, the local authorities might appreciate our generosity. Alright, well, we've had this one before. However, we had another smallpox case in the meantime, and it looks like we have acquired some of the pox antivirals. So let's go ahead and share some of those. I think that shouldn't exactly be a supply that we're going to run out of. So let's go ahead and help them. You know that, Dr. Murad? We've been here before, and we have a stash of antivirals in the medbay to show for it. We have an obligation to pass on our good fortune. Make the arrangements for a transfer of supplies. Over the next several days, word trickles through the ship about your decision between the large contingent of lifelong spaces in the crew and those MechWarriors who survived their own personal brush with the periphery pox. There's a wave of support. Maya also passes along a message of thanks from the planet's surface for resolving the situation favorably. Alright, we've gained reputation with the Taurians, and morale has also increased by 2. Well, that is fantastic. Also, that brings our morale up to 45, which is rather nice. We have been trying to use a little bit of our reputation to save ourselves some money here and there, but I think that's rather good. We're being able to use some of the events to bring ourselves back up again. Always nice to see. Alright, so whereabouts are we now? We are still jumping between jump points. Fair enough, that's not too surprising. It is going to be a fairly large journey. The only question is how long it's going to take us to get from, well, get through all the jump points. That being said though, if you do enjoy Battletech and would like to join on into Leviathan's Marauders, please feel free to try and join us. If you would like to, leave a comment in the video, in the video's comment section, or over in the community post. We are currently accepting MechWarrior pilots, so if you have a name for a character, that would be awesome. First and last name is all that you need, as well as a call sign. Anything more is a bonus, which I would love to read about, but if not, that is perfectly fine. We would be happy to have you join the crew. If for some reason you're not sure if we're still accepting, just check out the community tab. I will give an update when we are ceasing applications for the Marauders. Alright, so back to the good old money issues of things. Let's see, 45. I think we're going to go with a little bit of restrictive. We'll still have enough morale to go around and save us a little bit of cash. Alright, so it looks like moonlighting with an LRM. While pacing through the mech bay on a sleepless night, you stumble across Headhunter. He is fiddling with a stock LRM. A jumbled pile of loose metal and wire litters the deck floating around him. As you approach, Headhunter looks up, a sheepish grin on his face. Hello, Commander. I was just trying to tune this beauty, maybe get a little more performance out of her. Could you do me a favor and keep this from the Chief, though? He's already shooed me out of here once this week. Alright, but the good thing is, he's got the technician tag, so let's get him to spend a week in the mech bay and see if he can make it happen. Alright, I suppose that was in storage for a reason, so we can afford to lose it if things go wrong. But really, with your skills, I don't see why you can't work on it during the day with supervision. So you'll be working in the mech bay this week. I'll talk to the Chief about it. Later that week, Headhunter catches you in the hall, glowing with excitement. I did it, Commander. That LRM is purring like a kitten now. Well, a kitten that wants to kill mechs. I even managed to replicate the performance specs of the Zeus long-range missile launcher. We lose a stock LRM-15 and get one with extra modifications. Sweet. So that is extra critical and stability damage. Not bad. Alright then. Headhunter will be out and available for 7 days while he's working, but that'll be fine. That will time out perfectly. So as we make planetfall, everyone will be available. Excellent. Alright. So off we go. And I think this is heading back into familiar space, so we should be able to go to the store again. I don't believe that this is hostile territory. So we'll definitely see if there's anything else we can purchase while we're here. Alright, so looks like there are going to be some lost tech items here, which is very nice, but we're going to check the store first. Any upgrades are good upgrades. Let's see, ultra autocannon 10s, 20s. We're not really in any need for any of these ballistic weapons. Alright then, well then, I guess that's probably about it. Now we could start the flashpoint, but I feel like it's probably best to try and finish that in a single episode. What we're going to do is we're going to see if there's any other contracts lying around, and we'll quickly pick that up instead and see if we can have another quick, what do we call it? A quick deployment. Alright, looks like Comstar has finally connected us. What do we have? Registry of Canopus for a battle. Good salvage. Who's that against? That is against the Taurians. Oh, the Taurians hate us, so that's not the worst. Could go for another one against the pirates, but I think we will probably not go towards that idea as much, and then back against the Taurians. Okay, so you know what? Let's go for pirates are also against Canopus. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to go with Retribution first and foremost. That should be rather good. Battle, 4.5 skulls. That seems fairly decent. Yeah, the Taurians can't really get much madder than what they already are, but that will mean that we can pick up that pirate mission and not lose standing with them. So let's go ahead and accept. Actually, maybe we either way. We'll figure out the reputation later. We are going to be heading into the Battlelands, and it is a battle. So I think let's go. What do we want? I think maybe. Decisions. You know what? Let's drop the Black Knight, and I think what we will do is. Actually, that is incredibly heat efficient, isn't it? Yeah, so technically we'll only be. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 13 double heat sinks. Battlelands give us I think it's a minus 15%. So this thing is going to get a little bit more toasty. Alright, let's go with the Gausilla. We'll go with Gausilla, the Annihilator, Stalker, and Gunslinger. I think that's good. And we'll also go ahead and give Ranger a turn. She's probably itching to get back out into the fray. Let's bring her instead of Rabid. And I think that should be fairly good. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go with a whole stack of extra initiative, and then just our LRMs to follow up on anything that's not already destroyed. Alright then. I think that's a pretty good crew. So let's dive on in and see what we can do. Alright. So, BattleMech. Let's see. Yes, that is a minus 15%, I'm pretty sure. We should have a fairly heat-efficient lance. Marauders maybe not quite as heat-efficient as I would prefer, but at the end of the day, I don't think it matters too much. With the extra precision and ability to take out mechs quickly, it sort of balances itself out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and destroy enemy forces. Within the last 3 months, the Taurian Concordat has struck our facilities, personnel, and supply convoys over half a dozen times. My superiors in the Magistracy leadership would like to even the score. We'd like to hire you to find a Taurian lance and destroy it, to demonstrate we are not without military resources on Paratalada. Paratalada? Sure, that's what I'm going to run with. Alright then, if they want to show military strength here in Paratalada, we can do that for them. Yes, we can.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so we've arrived at the location our employer specified. Move forward, acquire the target lands, and light them up. Keep an eye out for reinforcements. I get the impression these folks are a bit witty.
Damn. And I forgot my beach chair.
Alright, well, I'm not sure why you're talking about a beach chair. I'm not seeing any water lying around. Let's go. Gonna be a bit of a pickle, isn't it? Yeah, there's gonna be some on one side and some on the other, aren't they? Right, so let's just go ahead and climb up the hill. We've got some good long-range stuff anyway, so if we get the height advantage, that will be fine.
On my way.
Everybody else can just work their way up there. As long as we engage with the first lance, I think before the second, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Go ahead and use a little bit of the
Got it.
extra movement. Yep, there we go. Garcilla has sensors on an 80-ton mech. Alright, well that's noteworthy. Let's bring the Annihilator forwards.
Moving to position.
Follow up with a very solid front line. Let's bring the Stalker just a little bit further back, and then let's see, let's go let's work our way across.
Affirmative.
Maybe we might hold up in a little bit of cover. Alright, so our turn first.
boss?
We cannot see any enemies, so let's go
Whatever,
ahead and
I'm
let
good.
them come to us. And what do we have up there? 60 tons. Okay. Let's go ahead and reserve once more. All other contact would be ideal if possible. So, alright, that's not going to happen. Let's bring...
Receiving you.
Waiting for orders.
We're not going to be able to get any eyes on, are we?
Standing by.
No. You know what? Because Garcilla has an incredible amount of range, let's race to the top of the hill, because no matter where anyone else spawns in from, if we have eyes on you, should be able to get shots off.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I
Commander.
think that'll be
Receiving
our goal. So let's go ahead and sprint all the way up to the top,
Throttle down.
and it looks like that was a fair call. Turns out there is another mech up there. Alright, so 95, a dragon, and the others. Okay, let's bring...
Commander.
Not going to get shots off there.
Orders.
Let's bring our Stalker forwards. We will bring Angel Frost.
Position confirmed.
And let's start hammering on the dragon.
Copy that.
Alright, so a very solid salvo. Fantastic. And then... let's see, who
Order.
is next? Well, we could move our Annihilator.
Good to go.
I think what we do
Commander.
is we bring... let's see, I think... let's go ahead and move out as far as possible. We'll take a little bit of
On
cover.
my way. Double time.
Try and make sure that the Marauder isn't our first point of contact. Huh. And I guess their initiative syncing with their other reinforcement plans. That's the
Standing by.
only way I could expect to see what we're seeing. Alright then, well, if that is the case, let's go ahead and... yeah, we would get shot at. I really don't know what the best call here is. Yeah, you know what? The 95-ton mech is probably where we want to go. So instead of going across, let's go and work our way across here. We'll sprint and see what comes our way. We'll get close if we can. But yeah, I'm a little unsure as to what's going to happen. Alright, so they have a Banshee. Okay.
I've been sensor locked.
That's not the end of the world. They only have them and a Zeus. Zeus has a few LRMs, but nothing significant.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, I think that's only, what, an LRM 5? 15. Okay. Well then, let's go... let's stay out of firing line, and I think we're going to go for the Banshee first. Yeah, see if we can eliminate him. Actually, what has the dragon got? The dragon has a... what's that? A LRM-10, 2 medium lasers, and an AC-5. Okay. And honestly, not too bad as far as damage is concerned. Let's go... let's stay on top of the hill. We'll move up.
Location confirmed.
We'll go for the Banshee first, if possible. Use up a little bit of our resolve.
Firing.
Fairly solid percentages. And there we go. Right.
One less target.
That's one main target down. Oh, and it looks like that dragon is absolutely bolting out of there. Okay.
Orders.
Well then, let's move our Annihilator forwards.
On the move.
May as well stay in cover, and we can go for a full salvo against the Zeus. And we also see another 60-ton mech in the back. Fortunately, no one else within our sensor range, so that'll have to do. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, okay, that was a salvo.
Tango down.
Alright, so now that's done, they have fairly minimal choices in their indirect fire. Because, yeah, there's not that many people within vision, I would dare say. So,
Ready for orders.
Firemaster, you have Godzilla. Those percentages are atrocious. But I think... we could go for that dragon straight away. Honestly, I think that's what we'll do. Yeah. Go ahead and try that out.
Position confirmed.
We're going to position ourselves up here. We're going to go for another precision strike. We're going to go for the dragon. Minimize any indirect fire.
Weapons. Go.
Alright, and that is a leg destroyed. And an injury. Alright. Well then, it looks like they're not close enough to fire upon us. Let's bring...
Yes, Commander.
Oh, that's right, I forgot we have the Stalker. Let's go... LRMs aren't bad. You know what? That percentage is just horrific for dealing with that dragon.
On the move.
We're going to focus on the one that we do have much better odds at destroying. We're going to go for the headshot, but I'm not expecting to see much here. Alright, so we did get one. That is nice. He's certainly not going to be moving anytime soon.
Hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, extra contacts coming on in.
Got
Let's
something
bring...
done?
let's see. 45%, that's pretty terrible. Let's see if we can get him to have a turn. Let's see if we can get that dragon to move. There we are, okay. That I can handle. That I can
Barely
handle much
hit,
better.
Commander.
Okay, so that essentially halves his evasion, which is
Ready for orders.
phenomenal. That means we can now get ready to take shots against him. Let's see. They do have a 95-ton mech down there, so we do want to get ready to attack. What I'm thinking we do is we focus on this side. I don't think we're going to get shot in the back,
On my way.
but we should be able to clean up this hooligan and prevent ourselves from getting flanked. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire.
Confirmed.
Alright, lethal damage, that's what we're after.
And that's the way we do it.
Alright, we're definitely going to need to start cooling down though. That thing's getting quite
Yes, Commander.
toasty. Let's bring our...
Standing by.
We move our Annihilator or our Gausszilla. Honestly, I think we're going to go for Gausszilla. Yeah, that should be fine. Right, let's make the most of our high ground at 95% across the board.
Roger.
And okay, we just called the mech. That
Mech
is
destroyed.
alright. We can handle that. Alright, and Ranger,
Commander.
what are we going to do? Unfortunately, we don't have eyes on targets. Let's go ahead and reserve. We'll see if we can bait them into a fight. No. Alright then.
Orders.
Let's bring...
Ready for orders.
Oh, our Stalker, of course. Yes, well then. Let's move into some cover.
Moving out.
We get extra vision because of the rangefinder, which is particularly nice. We can put some shots on a Banshee. There we go. Get rid of some of that evasion. And now... There we go.
Yes, Commander.
With our Annihilator, we should have some pretty good shots against them. So let's go ahead and move. We're going to get as close as possible. We'll see what we can do.
Copy that.
Alright, and... Oh, there is another one. Another 95-ton mech. Alright, well, either way, ultra autocannons, open fire, please and thank you. Phenomenal. Alright.
Mech destroyed.
I'd hate to be in that other mech's position right about
Picked
then.
up a blip.
No retreat.
Slowly making your way forwards, and then just out of nowhere you see a huge volley of autocannon fire and your
Orders.
friend gets destroyed. Probably not what you want to see. Alright, so what do we got here? We have a single shot if we fired our Gauss rifle. I think we would prefer more if possible. I'm going to go ahead and reserve.
Reserving
Honestly, I think all of our mechs can tank any amount of damage that's coming our way. Yeah, there we go. And so what we'll do is we're going to move our Annihilator first. Let's see, ultra autocannons, pretty good. Mind you, we might be able to get a full salvo with somebody else. So let's go instead. Yeah, Gausszilla, that's a good call. Let's go for the King Crab. There we are. I know they've already had their turn, but if that awesome comes forwards or the other one, I would prefer that instead. So let's go ahead and do just that. Alright, long range coming in very nicely. We did get a headshot, but unfortunately it seems to have some damage mitigation. What is going on there? How much damage did they reduce? 20%. Oh wow. Yep, okay. Only by the slimmest of margins are they still alive.
Commander.
Alright then. Well, if that is the case, let's bring our Annihilator. Ah, darn it, still can't do it.
Good to go.
Alright then, fine. Let's just go ahead and fire off our LRMs. We'll go ahead and take shots at the King Crab. If we can get a missile or so to hit the head, that's all we need. And it is barely standing. Ah. Alright, well, a little bit of sensor impairment isn't going to stop us. We have a PTS on board. So we're going to be in
Ready to get it
perfectly
on.
fine situations to deal with this. Yeah, there we go. Let's go for the full salvo against the Banshee. We're using a precision shot anyway, so that bumps up everything to a 55% or better. Go for the headshots.
Copy that.
Oh, that looks pretty good. There we go. Fantastic.
Smoked one.
Alright then, well, if that is the
Yes,
case,
Commander.
let's go ahead and... If we had range before, we'll have range after, but I think what we'll do is we'll sprint so we can get more weapons on target.
Understood.
Make
Moving
sure that
fast.
we cool down and can actually do a decent amount of damage. Alright, so our turn yet again. Let's
Commander.
bring that gunslinger even closer. Yeah, we can focus upon that. Awesome.
Heading out.
That will be perfectly fine. Let's have all of our weapons on target and say goodbye to him.
Giving him everything I've got.
Yeah, there we go. That is fantastic.
Hostile eliminated.
So a pretty solid lance that they brought forwards, but unfortunately for them,
Yes, Commander.
not going to be enough. Alright, ultra auto cannons. I'd rather get more than just the... How much resolve do we have? 45. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and do this, because even if we don't get the headshot, we will do enough stability damage, I think, to knock it over. So let's go ahead and we'll use a precision strike. We will move forwards. Make sure that we close range as much as we can. Let's go.
Firing on target.
And it was lethal damage. Fantastic.
One less target.
There we go. Excellent work, Commander. That should send the appropriate message.
Mission successful.
Excellent. Alright then. Well then, I guess then if that is the case, we're going to go ahead and pick up ourselves a king crab for salvage. Worth a very pretty penny. So we'll go ahead and take that. Extra 20% payment as well for reinforcements gone. So that's a nice 123,000 sea bills. Yes, that's not bad at all. Alright, so let's work our way down to where there is that fantastic king crab. We will take that. And everything else I don't really care for. No. Alright, so let's go ahead and confirm. Got part of an awesome as well. Autocannons and weapons. But at this point, our weapons stockpile is sort of a little bit ridiculous. We have stock for days. In fact, what we could do is go ahead and sell a couple of things. Yeah, I think that's a good way to finish things up, just so we have less items that the computer's trying to remember every time we go into a store. I don't think that should slow us down much. It's a fairly small efficiency, but anything to help the game I think would be a good thing. And besides, who doesn't love seeing a huge number when you're looking at your personal funds? Alright, so let's quickly swing by the store. We're going to go ahead and sell some stuff. Reputation is good. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Annihilator. And we're going to get our Archer, Atlas, and Blackjack. Oh no, that's our Blackjack. We can't get rid of you. My bad. Almost made a whoopsie. And then, yeah, here we go. Just watching all of that money increase. Oh. You know what? We'll keep the Hunchbacks. I'll do... Not that I think we're ever going to use them, but I like having them. Same with the Marauders, so that's why we've got them. We'll go ahead and sell off the others. Thunderbolt as well. Our little Urban Mech, that is our little trophy. So we're going to keep that as well. And then let's go through... let's see. Autocannon 2s, we can sell all of those. Autocannon 10s, wow, we have 46 of those. That is genuinely impressive. AC 5s, let's get rid of those as well. Yeah, my goodness, we have a lot of things. We'll sell off all of those. We'll keep the highly modified ones, but the rest are sort of unimportant. Yeah, in fact, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. They seem to have ordered them in a bit of a peculiar manner. But I guess that is the game for you. You don't get to choose everything. Let's go ahead and... Let's see, AC-20s. We have the Ultra Auto Cannons lying around and they weigh less, so we'll keep them. Regular Gauss Rifles, we can say goodbye to you. Let's drop off... Anything else? Looking for the numbers where there's a decent amount of them. You know what? I think that'll be fine. Let's go to our regular energy weapons. Yeah, large lasers, we can sell those off. 60 of them is a fair few to choose from. We'll keep the ER, anything that's extra large, extra range. That'll be worth keeping. And then medium pulses, medium lasers. Surely we have picked up a few more, or did we just sell off a lot more recently and I just have forgotten? You know what, 31 PPCs, that'll be worth a little bit. Alright, you know what, I think that should be, oh there we go, medium lasers, 224, we do not need those. Yeah, 1.3 million C-bills, that is perfectly fine. Missile-wise, let's clean that up as well. I wish it would stack it like it would regularly stack things in the component bay, but I guess that's a little too much to ask for. Let's get rid of the basic LRM-15s as well. And then I suppose that will do for now. Yeah, there we go. As long as we're selling off little bits and pieces here and there, that's going to just make sure that we don't get over encumbered with stupid amounts of things that we aren't actively using. Yeah, look at that. 53 SRM6. That is absurdity. We definitely don't need all of those. Alright, so you know what? I think that's pretty good. We might come through the next time we go to a different store and just sell off a little bit more, just so we're not trying to search through everything. But I think that's a good place to call it for today. So if you do want to see the next episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. The Leviathan, signing out.